Good evening, everyone. This is Tulika Mehra coming live today. I got my license very recently, and I am from AGV Services. And today is Friday, and this is me coming live. Sorry for not coming live last week. I had a really terrible throat, and I thought it's better not to give you advices when you can't even understand what I'm really saying because half of the words were going missing. So, anyway, I'm here today and we will start with the questions and answer session soon once the questions start popping in. I'll wait for my team to join in the session in the meantime. And however, let's have a little bit of talk about what's happening. So the January, February, March intake is right here, right around the corner. And as always, as I have said in my previous sessions, if anyone wants to go for this next intake, this is the time that you apply. It is already a little bit too late. However, we can still make it for March intake colleges that are giving the March intake. So please get in touch with us so that we can start your process and get you there in time. Going forward, let's just talk about why student and why not any other pathway, like why is student preferred. If you go on a student visa, you will study in a university or a college which is in New Zealand. You will get, you learn different things because you will be in a different country. You will get a different kind of education, a much better education. Post that, you will be eligible for a post-study work visa. It could be 2 years or 3 years, depending on your course, which is a very good opportunity for you to work in the country, get to know how the work environment is, what is the culture, and get settled by the time you decide, yes, this is the country I want to be in, want to live in for the rest of my life. So I think study pathway is a smooth transition to residence, and is obviously maybe a little longer. However, it will comfortably adjust you in it. Yes, we have other pathways too, like skill migrant category, which a lot of people, which is actually, to be honest, the first thing that people want to see if they're qualifying for it. But they do not realize that it does require investment. It does require a lot of time because they can take up to 1.5 year to be processed. The entire process is quite long, while student visa process is not that long. And you get the student visa soon, you can travel to New Zealand sooner, and you can start living your life there. However, SMC can take a bit of time, and a lot of changes happen over that time. 1 year is a long time. So many changes happen in your life. You may drop the plans, something else may come up, and plans can get shifted. But yes, student pathway is a good way to go about it. So if you want to go for the January, February, March intake, which is actually one of the big intakes of the year, please get in touch with us, and we can make that happen for you. Now, going forward, I have some news for you. So like Arun in his last session introduced our new LI of the team, that is Shireen, who is based out of Malaysia. We have another LI on board, which is my very good friend and also my ex-colleague and current colleague, that is Navya Sikka. She recently got her license and will be doing the live sessions soon. So she is not going to be left out of this and definitely will be going live. So we'll wait for her, and very, very congratulations to her for getting her license. Just give me a second. Let me just. Yes. So we've got only one comment from Rahul as of now, who says, hi, client of AGV applied for student visa. When can I expect it? Rahul, in fact, the timeframes for the student visas has become really good. Today, in fact, we got 3 to 4 approvals, and it was like an amazing day. Friday, a week coming to an end, and I think it couldn't have come to an end in a better way. However, the timeframes have definitely reduced, and you should be expecting a visa in about 2 months, if 1 or 2 months, and in fact, even sooner, much sooner. Depends on where the application is going and how fast it's allocated. But however, we are getting visas within a month as well. So hold tight, and I hope you will get your visa soon. We have a question from Nirosh who says, "Hi, I found an Immigration New Zealand website. Their PR points calculator. They are the job title related to food science, which appears in LTSSL is food technologist. Once I search my current job, food, food quality insurance, I found it. Food technologist job title appears with food quality consultant. I contacted your CEO, Mr. Arun. He told me as the GDs are same, I might score for my past job experience. Actually depends upon the job description, what were your responsibilities, because job titles can differ from company to company and country to country as well. So it actually depends on what your job description are, what your actual responsibilities are. So that is my one request to everyone, that in case you are looking for SMC, that is skill migrant category, you want your points to be calculated, please send us CVs that have detailed job description of your all your work experience, so that we can do a better point calculation and give you a more appropriate result. Yes, so they can. So as Arun suggested, it can fall under both. So if you have already sent it to Arun, I think he'll guide you on the same. If you want to be sent it again, you can send it to us again, and I will have a look at it. But yes, he's right that the J it actually depends on the JDs and not just the job title. Yusuf Abdullah Harun says, please discuss about business migration. Yusuf, if you can be a little more clear about what business migration you're looking for, or you can email me if you have a business plan, if you are looking for investor category or something. Please, if you can give us in proper detail about what business plan do you have and what kind of visa are you actually looking for, I'll be able to give you more details about it. Smita Natkarni says, please help me if any vacancy in your organization, ma'am. Hi, Smita. You can leave us your CV, and if we do have an opening, we will definitely get in touch with you. Okay, so we will move on to the YouTube queries. There is someone called Srinivasan who's written, if I apply for student visa now, will I be able to make it within March? Of course, Srinivasan, you can. We have, in fact, applied for a lot of visas for our students right now who are going for, in fact, February intake and not even March, and have received it in time. So why you can definitely apply for it right now and be able to make it in March. But I would love to know if you're a student. If not, I think you will only be able to make it in March if you are a student. That I can assure you. So why don't you just get in touch with us first so that we can make your process faster? In case you haven't started the process, documentation can take a bit long. Financial situations have to be figured. So if you want us to help you out and make you reach there before March, please get in touch with us. While I'm saying get in touch with us, I'm also going to tell you the contact details. Our toll-free number for New Zealand is 0800 Our India toll-free number is 1800 we have two email IDs. If you have any residence or partnership related queries, you can send us on immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. And any other student related queries can be sent on info@ajvglobal.com. So these are our contact details. You can also go on our website, all visa category that you're looking for, and they will connect you to the concerned person and we'll guide you through. Okay, so let's see. Let me ask my team, how am I doing? I think in my last session as well, I talked a bit about the partnership category and how immigration, while they have stated that they are going to become lenient for the partners who got recently married, and they have also introduced that the culturally arranged marriage thing will also apply to partners who are getting married in India and not just in New Zealand. While all of this is happening, there is one part of the instructions which is very important, and that is living together. It basically surrounds the fact that how long have you lived together with your partner in a stable relationship. So even if you are recently married and have not yet figured out how to go about it, get in touch with us so we can help you out and figure a way out. Because we don't want you to get a decline and then come to us, because a decline can make it a little bit tougher for you to get the next visa. So please get in touch with us so we can see what would be the appropriate way to go forward. Should you apply right now? Should you apply after some time when you've spent some time with your partner? There is no really a blanket rule on it, so it basically depends case to case. So it is better that you get in touch with us about it, discuss your relationship history, so that we can advise you better on how to go about it. So this is for partnership, but yes, there are declines on the documentation. So if documentation is not strong, please do not lodge your applications before you have discussed your application before with the licensed immigration advisor. And I can promise you, we've not lost any case in partnership. I think one there was because of some concern, but apart from that, we've got 100% approvals, and I can assure you that your application will be looked at very carefully before any advice is given. So if you are looking for partnership visas, you can get in touch with our team. They will be directed to me, and there is a partnership team that will be taking care of the application. So this is for partnership. Please make sure students who are planning to go for the JFM intake and are planning to take their family along, this is the time that you apply for the partnership visas, because they definitely are taking longer than students. And you do not, if you don't want your family to be left in the home country and you want them to be traveling with you, so this is the time that you apply for their visas, so that you get it in time by the time that you have to travel to New Zealand. So that's on partnership. Let's see if we've got any more questions. Sumit Taneja says, in how many months we can expect the partnership work visa? The partnership visa is approximately taking about 3 to 4 months to be processed. So the timeframes have come down and they are consistently coming down, but right now it would be about 3 to 4 months. We have a question from Mohammed Shahata, who says how much it costs for 1 year study level 7 or level 8 diploma in a finance or accounting. Mohammed, a level 7 or a level 8 course would approximately cost you about 20 lakhs, including 20 to 25 lakhs. And please make note that you have to show $15,000 as your living expenses as well. So that would be the cost around it. These costs will differ depending on the college that you choose. So it's better that you get in touch with us, so a proper study advisor can advise you on what would be the cost of the course, which colleges offer, what all colleges offer courses in finance and accounting, and then probably you'll get a better idea of how much the total cost could turn out to be for you. Yusuf says, I want to live in New Zealand as an investor. Please let me know about the opportunity, if any. Yusuf, there are investor category visas, but I would suggest that you please email me about this. My email ID is tolika.mehra@agvglobal.com. You can also email us on immigrationadvisor@agvglobal.com. You can leave us your investor idea and what business plan do you have, and we'll do an assessment and get back to you. Okay. Sorry, I've got a bad cold suddenly. It's gotten really cold in Delhi, and and I have picked up a cold within a few hours, it seems. Ban says, when I applied for the first time, I marked as I didn't apply for any other countries, but uh, I was Australia visa rejection before, and now recently I went to Australia and I'm in level 6 right now. So while applying for job search, what should I do in that question if you have applied for any other countries? Sunil, if you can confirm if you're our student or a client. However, I would just tell you that you should only provide true information to immigration. So, yes, if you have traveled to Australia, you should declare that, yes, you have applied to other countries before. Yusuf says, or please discuss about the work visa and the requirements. Yusuf, for work visa, the requirement would be that you need to have a job offer while you are offshore. You need to have a job offer from a New Zealand company to be able to apply for a work visa. So if you have that, you can get in touch with us. However, apart from that, to go to New Zealand, the only other option would be to go through a student visa. Study pathway is the best option that you can go for. If you feel that you will meet the points for skill migrant category, you can send us a CV and try if you're meeting the points there as well. However, I would discourage you for going through work visas because it's definitely tougher to get a job offer while you're not in New Zealand, because it is very unlikely that a company would want to invest in you while you do not even have a visa for that country. So yes, work visa will not be a very good option. However, if you're already in talks with a company and they're willing to give you a job offer, depending on what profile it is, we can discuss the further possibilities of a work visa. Vijay Gururaj says contact number, please. Yes, Vijay, I'll repeat the contact number for you. Our India toll free number is 1-800-103-6525. Our New Zealand toll free number is 0800-696-977. You can also go to our website, havglobal.com, and there would be contact details for all the team members. So you can go there and get the number for the person that you want to contact. Nirosh says, simply what I want is when I apply PR under food technologist, will I score my food quality assurance experience as the job roles are like? Yes, if as you say that your work experience is relevant to your current qualification and your the job that you're looking to get in future is also relevant to what you were doing before, you can definitely get points for that. So that is actually a very major part in skill migrant category, that your qualification and your work experience should be very relevant to each other. If they're not relevant, you cannot get points for both. You can only claim points for one of those things. So if your work experience is not relevant to your qualification, there's a chance that you will not get points for that work experience, if you're claiming points for that qualification. So please send us your CV so that we have a clear picture of it. But Nirosh, as you were mentioning that yes, they're all in the same field, then you should be able to claim points for your previous work experience as well. Okay, so we have another question from Raghunath who says, suppose I'm studying at NZMA, 2 years diploma in hospitality. Will my spouse be able to come on a visit visa and work with me as a dependent while I'm studying, or do I have to wait for a work visa? Raghunath, if you are on a level 7 or level 8 course, which is not in the LTSSL, that is the long-term skill shortage list, your wife cannot come on a work visa. However, if you're doing a level 7 or 8 course and your wife and that is in the LTSSL, then only she'll be eligible for a work visa. Otherwise, you have to be doing a level 9 or above course for your wife to be eligible for a work visa. So if it's not in the LTSSL, you will have to wait for you to get a post-study work visa and then apply for your wife's work visa as a dependent. MD Johnny Ahmed says, "What is the requirement for New Zealand study? Can you help me?" Of course, Johnny, we can help you. The requirements would be you need to meet the IELTS score, you need to get the required IELTS score as per the college requirement. So if you can confirm if you've given your IELTS, not given your IELTS, then you would need to have funds that are at least 6 months old. Or if you are going for an education loan, then that's different. So your finances should be sorted out. You should know how you're going to fund your education. Your English ability should be sorted. You should have given IELTS, or you can give it after applying for an offer as well. However, IELTS is a requirement. So these are the two main things that you require. Except that, if you have work experience, you would need all your work experience documents, your education documents. So these are the basic documents that you would need. There are a lot of other things depending on profile to profile that we need to provide additional documents for them to mitigate the concerns that an immigration officer may have. So that I will be only be able to tell you once I have a look at your profile. So why don't you drop us your number so that one of my team members can get in touch with you and guide you appropriately. Mohammed Shehata says, study level 7 diploma in accounting or finance will help to get a job with 9 years of work experience. Definitely, it will help. See, getting a job does not depend entirely depends on the course that you're doing. It actually depends upon how well do you give your interview, how well do you have the knowledge of your subject, how well do you have the knowledge of the job profile that you're going for. And considering if you've got 9 years of work experience in the same field, I don't see you not being able to crack a job after doing a course in accounting or finance. We have someone called Kiran Sidhu who says, "My dream, I want to come to New Zealand, madam." Hi, Kiran. Why don't you drop us your number so that we can make that dream come true? So, my team, if you can get in touch with Kiran Sidhu and help him out with his plans of moving to New Zealand. Seep G says, "Ma'am, I want to study any 1 year course related to medical lines so that I have more options to work. I'm a BSc computer science and working in health department as computer operator from past 7 years." Uh, your profile seems to be I'm a little bit confused. You've done your BSc in computer science. You've working in a health department as a computer operator. I am a little unsure which medical line do you wish to go into. I think probably I'll need to have a look at your CV, or why don't you leave us your number so that one of my team members can get in touch with you and can give you a proper options of the courses that you're looking for. So I would need more clarity on your job profile to be able to suggest a medical course that could help you in the future. Kevin has said, "Hey Talika, how many holidays are Arun approved to AJV employees during Christmas break? Accordingly, I can coordinate with Anne, my VO, and Neha, my SA." Kevin, as of now, even I don't know because no holidays have been announced yet. But I am also praying that Arun will give us a surprise soon and tell us that, oh, you can have good days off. But no, as of now, we are not on leave except for Christmas. So if we do go on leave, we will definitely let you know. But as of now, nothing. So we'll only be closed on Christmas. We'll be working throughout, trying to get our students into their colleges in time. So yes, we'll be there working hard. I can see Arun. I can feel Arun smirking on this answer, but Arun, I think you've got the hint. But next question, we have Hassan Sayed. I have done BS in computer science. I am from Pakistan. I have 3 years experience, but not in the same field. I want to go to New Zealand on immigration. Can you tell me, is there any way and funds, please? Hassan, I'm sure that there is a way that you can go to New Zealand if you are looking for a study pathway. You can definitely look for a course that is in the same field as you are currently working in. Because I think that would be a better way to go about it. However, you will need to tell us about your fund situation and how would you be able to fund your education. Do you have personal funds, or do you want to go through a loan, education loan? So we will be able to have a more detailed conversation if you can drop us your number, and so that our team can get in touch with you. Mohammed Shahta says, do you have 1 year study program in accounting or finance, level 7 or level 8? How much would be the cost and requirement, please? Shahata, I think I've answered your question before. I'm sure there would be a 1 year study program. However, I will have to check that college to college. So why don't you just leave us your number so that we can get in touch with you again. So my team also confirms that there are options. There are multiple options, in fact, in EIT, NMIT, WinTech, etc. So yes, please get in touch with us so that we can tell you what are the cost would be for all the respective colleges, and then you can make a well-informed decision. Seep says, okay, ma'am, thank you so much. I will contact your team now. Thank you, Seep. Okay. These are all the questions that I've got on Facebook. Let me see if I've missed anything on YouTube. Rohit Bharale says, is 1 year experience and 1 year level 7 course helped me to get good job and a PR in New Zealand? Rohit, as I have informed before, getting a good job will not just depend upon the level of course that you've done, but how well the course that you've done, how much knowledge you've gone out of it, how well do you perform in your job interview. PR is entirely dependent on other factors like what is the job profile that you've got employment for, then what is the salary, then how relevant is your current job profile to your previous job profile so that you're able to gain points for it. So both these questions are dependent on entirely different factors, and it would be very difficult, not and actually unfair to judge that right now while you've not even gone to New Zealand. So first, I think if you're looking for studying, focus on choosing the right course, focus on doing the course well, getting the required knowledge out of it, and then I'm sure there's nothing stopping you from getting the nice job in New Zealand. And if you get a good job, there's nothing stopping you from getting to residence. So let's go by step. If you're looking for studies, just focus on the course that you're choosing, because that is very important. Please do not choose a course just because it's in the LTSSL or it will give you any additional points later on, but choose the course that you really want to study and would the field that you really want to work in future. So if you're not convinced yourself about the course, then you cannot convince the other person as well. So first be convinced yourself that this is what you want to do, and then just go ahead without any innovations, and I'm sure it will work out for you. Kulvinder Benipal says, at which location is your office, madam? Kulvinder, we do not have an office in India as of now. However, we do have an office in Hamilton. So which has recently opened. And so yeah, right now we only have office in Hamilton, but hopefully we will have an office in Mumbai and Delhi soon. Kulvinder Singh says, can you please send me your contact that I will contact you? Kulvinder, my details are there on our website, or you can contact us on our toll free number, which is 1-800-103-6525. Okay, so that's the end of questions on YouTube as well. Alvin Joe says hotel management question mark. Not sure what your question is, but if you're looking for is hotel management a good option? It's definitely a good option. In New Zealand is an upcoming tourism country, and the tourism is really growing there. So the hospitality industry is also booming. So hotel management is a very good option to go for. Jitesh Kumbha says, hi, I'm Jitesh from Mumbai and I have 7 years of work experience in ATM field. And I'm currently working with Hitachi Payment Services. Jitesh, a little bit unsure of what ATM is and also not sure of what your question is. So if you can please rephrase your question, I'll be able to respond to it better. Okay. So these are all the questions that we've got right now. Let me check if we have any update from my team. So my team wants me to talk about partnership visa, what's happening recently. So the instructions which have come out are basically for partners of New Zealand residents. However, for partners of students and workers, what's happening is that due to lack of evidence, a lot of applications are getting declined. So our suggestion to these clients who have not lived together for a long time or do not have sufficient documents to show that they've lived together would be to either spend time with each other first, to be able to have sufficient documents to apply, or you can both travel on a student visa. So it will actually depend a lot on case to case basis. So that's why we suggest that please get in touch with us before you go ahead and apply for an application. We will definitely guide you better. We've got a couple of people who applied before, got a decline, and have come to us now to help them. For the declines have been for similar reasons, so we are working with those clients as well. And it definitely gets tougher to work on those applications if there's already a decline on the file. So it's better to get in touch with us before you get a decline on your file so that we can guide you in the right way from the beginning. Also, it is not very advisable for you to apply for a visitor visa general category in case you're planning to travel to live with your partner in New Zealand who is currently either studying or working there. What a lot of people were doing was that they would just apply for a visitor visa under general category, thinking that the time frames are going to be less, thinking that they will get approved faster. However, they do not realize that a visitor visa under general category will assess them under completely different instructions, while a partnership visa will assess them under completely different instructions. So what was happening was under visitor visa, while they were saying that they want to go there to be with their partner, however, visitor visa general category instructions are basically all about bona fides. Bona fides are your commitment, so employment, financial, personal commitments in your home country. If you've not provided sufficient, satisfactory evidence for all of that, it is a straight decline. So, and it is much easier to go by the partnership way, because your relationship is genuine. You will have documents for it. If not, you can give it some time, collect documents, and then apply again. However, visitor visa general category, it is very difficult. It is not difficult, but it just gets a little more about your finances, about your employment, and it more dependent upon you personally than your relationship with your partner, which is much easier to document or to explain to immigration. So please do not go ahead and file visitor visa under general categories, because they are not getting approved easily, especially when your intent is just to be with your partner in New Zealand. So go the right way, go for the right category of visa, which is the partnership visa. If you're unsure of you will be able, if you have sufficient documents or not, please get in touch with us so that we can help you out, because it definitely gets a little bit tougher if you already got a decline on your file. So any students of ours, or any other students who are listening to this live session right now and are planning to take their partners along, it is a request that you do give a thought to it, get in touch with us, and have your file at least looked at by an licensed immigration advisor before you go ahead with your file. So that is a bit of advice that I would give from my end when it comes to partnership visas, because they can become, we are not really sure on how they are being assessed on in different offices. So there are some applications which are currently with Mumbai. However, there are some applications with Hamilton, and we are noticing different ways they are being processed, uh, office to office. So it's better that you please get in touch with us and then go ahead with your plans. Alvin Joe says, "Can you tell me something about work visa?" Albin, in if you will go back a few minutes, you will. I did talk about work visa. There are few categories, but the requirement would be for you to have a job offer from New Zealand to be able to apply for a work visa while you're offshore. The difficult part in this would be that it's not very easy to get a job offer while you're offshore and not in New Zealand, because a company would be reluctant to invest in you till you don't even have a visa in hand. So I think work visa is a bit difficult way to go about it, because the expectation is for you to have a job offer. However, if you do wish to move to New Zealand, I would suggest study pathway would be the best pathway to go forward. You can go study there for a year. You will get used to the country. You'll get knowledge out of it. The education system is obviously much better. So you're getting the right education, you're getting the post-study work visa after it, so that you can work in the country for about 2 to 3 years, get yourself accustomed to the work environment there, and then move on to residence. So I think you should consider student pathway as well. Why don't you please leave us a number so that one of us can speak with you and see what exactly what you're exactly looking for. Kevin says, just want to say that Nicholas did a good job on the video posted about the walkthrough in Victoria University, Wellington. Yes, kudos to Nicholas. He definitely does a great job. All our videos, our fancy live sessions for Arun and Mary are all done by him. I wish I could get those fancy sessions while sitting in India, but definitely if someday we go to New Zealand, I will have Nicholas do that for all of us as well. So yes, he's he's a nice chap. Like loves to play with the camera and definitely doing a very good job. And he recently graduated, so congratulations to him as well. And I hope he does really well in the future. Subhash Solanki says, "Can you tell me, please, about the PR?" Okay, so while we don't have many questions, I'll talk a little bit in detail about the residence category. So Subhash, first of all, it's really not a PR, it's the residence category. And after you're on residence for 2 years, you move on to the permanent residency, which is called a PR. So basically, the way to go about this is that we have a skill migrant category. Your profile, your previous work experience, your qualification gets certain points. Your age will get certain points. If your work experience is in the LTSSL, you will get some additional points. You can also get some points for your partner's qualification. And why, if these points add up to 160 or above, you can apply for an expression of interest. An expression of interest is basically expressing that you would want to apply for a residence application. If they feel that if after the assessment by immigration you seem to be meeting all those points that you're claiming, they will issue you an ITA, which is an interest, which is an invitation to apply. After you get invitation to apply, you prepare your residence file and lodge it. How to, if you want more details on this residence category and if you're eligible or not, I'll only be able to tell you if I have a look at your CV, I look at your profile and see how many points you would be meeting right now. Um, I would suggest that if you are looking for residence, the best way to go forward is via student pathways, because the residence process can take a bit too long. It is a long time. It takes a lot of time. You have to go through NZQA, especially when you have the qualifications have been completed offshore. Any overseas qualifications have to go through NZQA till they are in the exempt list. The exempt list do not have many qualifications, so most of the people have to get their NZQA done. After NZQA, you have to get your IELTS done, then you have to file for an EOI. Every fortnightly, an EOI, the EOIs are picked up. Then you get an ITA, months to apply for residence. Then residence file takes about 13 months to be processed. So it's a very long procedure. So if you are looking for residence, I think the easier way to go about it would be by student pathways. So consider it and leave us your number, have a chat with us. No one is telling you that you have to go for this pathway only. Have a chat with us. We'll also see what are your requirements are, what is your profile like, and which visa category would fit you the best, and then advise you accordingly. So that would be my advice about if you're looking for residence in New Zealand. Muhammad Juhail says hi Muhammad. Um, if you have any questions, please drop them in this chat. Jitin Prasad says, hello ma'am, my name is Jitin. I'm an EGV client. I had applied for my student visa but got rejected due to finance issue. So now my advisor have reapplied yesterday after clearing all the issues. So wanted to know how long will it take the immigration to give me an outcome. My co-start date is Feb 6th. Jitin, right now the timeframes have reduced. However, 4 weeks is something that I would suggest that you wait for before expecting an update from immigration. I understand your course start date is in Feb. So it is 13th today. Let's wait till 13th of Jan. And if we don't have any update by then, we'll write to them about asking for an update. But you should get your visa by either end of December or beginning of January. So hold tight. Don't worry. We'll keep in mind when your course start date is, and accordingly ask updates from immigration. Okay. Let's see if I have any update from my team. Okay, nothing as of now. Janesh Bhardwaj says, could you tell me options for further study after BSc nursing? Janesh, there are quite a few options. That's why I would suggest please leave us your number so that one of our student advisors can get in touch with you and advise you of all the possible options that you may have. And So first leave us your number, then we can help you out better. Kevin says, I have a South African friend in New Zealand, Christchurch, and she's on a working holiday visa. I wasn't much able to research more about this visa. Can you elaborate more on this? Kevin, even I will have to read through the operation manuals to be able to give you the right kind of information on working holiday visa, because there are a lot of visa categories, and working holiday visa is not a category that I have oftenly or frequently worked on. So if you want, you can just drop me an email about your friend, South African friend. I can do my research and then probably advise you better. Okay. Okay, so those are all the questions that we've got on both the platforms. Team, is there anything else that you want me to discuss about? So Janish, my team tells me that all overseas registered nurses have to register with NCNZ. There's a pathway cap course that can be undertaken post a decision letter from NCNZ. It's a 3-month course. While this is there, I would still suggest that you leave us your number, because there are other options. There are definitely more options that you can go for. So leave us your number so that we can advise you of all the possible options you've got. Sangeet Banya says, my wife's student visa has been approved for February 2020 intake. My question is it possible to apply as a dependent or visitor visa so that I can accompany her on February 2020? Definitely, there is a possibility that you can apply for a dependent visa. It's a partnership. It's called a partnership visa. First, I would really require to know that what course is your wife going on, what level of course is she going on. So it depends. Dependent visa has two categories, that is work visa or and visitor visa. Work visa you can apply for if your wife's course is it's level 7 or 8 and in the long-term skill shortage list, or is a level 9 course or above. Only then you'll be eligible for a work visa under the dependent category. However, if your wife is doing a level 7 or 8 course and it's not in the LTSSL, you still have the opportunity to apply under the dependent category, but it will be a visitor visa. So yes, you can apply, and I would suggest please apply sooner. It's already mid-December. If you want to travel with her, please get in touch with us so that we can start your process and get you there in time. I will not be able to give you a guarantee if you apply right now. Will you be able to get the visa by February itself or not? Because the time frames are differing office to office, and sometimes some applications are taking longer while some are taking lesser time. So that is something I'll not be able to give you a guarantee on, that by when you can get your visa. However, the I would say the approximate time frame is 3 months at least. So I think apply sooner, as soon as possible, so that you can make it in time, especially if your wife is traveling in February itself. Guys, I'm noticing I'm getting a lot of questions, while I am not seeing any of the people confirming if they're an AJV student or not, or dropping us some numbers. So I'm not going to be answering any more questions till you guys leave us your number, so that my team can get in touch with you. If you're worried that you'll be hounded with calls, I assure you, you won't be hounded with calls. It's just so that it's easier to speak over the phone to get know what exactly do you're looking for and advise you better. So I would suggest that either you confirm to us that you're an AGV student or not, or leave us your number for me to able to answer your questions. So I see next question is Zidan Mehendi, who says, "Can you please describe about our automotive industry and career opportunities?" Thank you, Zidan. I would respond to it first. You confirm to us if you're an AGV student or not. If not, please leave us your number, um, and then I will answer your question. Ibrahim Sheikh says hi. Gaurav Thanshi has responded to Kevin's question saying, "Hi Kevin, I see that you're from India. Working holiday visa is for only for citizens from select few countries, and India is not one of them." Thank you, Gaurav, for that information. Uh, Rahul DP says, "Hi Talika, I have no questions to ask. Just wanted to thank the team, AJV, Sonia, Warden, and Ambali in particular for assisting me in college selection and visa filing." Thank you, Rahul. And well done, Sonia and Ambali, for helping Rahul out. And they are definitely amazing visa officers of our team, and they do really well. So, yes, congratulations to the team, and thank you so much, Rahul, for your feedback. Rahul also says, "I got my visa call today and was able to make it through. Hoping to meet you guys in New Zealand and thank you all in person." I hope it went well, and congratulations on and hoping that you get your visa soon. And you will definitely meet our onshore team once you travel to New Zealand. Okay. Okay, no more questions as of now. Someone called Lovely Person says, "If everybody comes to New Zealand to study and work, that would make me feel I'm living in Bangalore or Delhi." I think we are quite far away from that happening right now. Considering there are more sheeps than humans in New Zealand, I think there's a lot of time for you to feel that you're in Delhi or Bangalore while you're in New Zealand right now. So I don't think we need to be worried about that as of now. There's a long way to go for that. Okay, I don't see any more questions coming in. Ibrahim Sheikh asked how to apply for job visa. Um, Ibrahim, as I previously mentioned in my live session today, for a job work visa, which it is actually a work visa, for that you will need to have a job offer from New Zealand to be able to apply for it. So if you have a job offer in hand from a New Zealand company, please get in touch with us and we can help you out. In case you do not, I would suggest that you consider study pathway to go about moving to New Zealand if that's what you would want to do in future. So I think study would be the best way to go. However, work visa can be only done if you already have a job offer in hand. Methun Mohan says, "What's the change in partnership visa?" Methun, there's no really a big change in partnership visa. Only it's basically that they become a little bit with the instructions. However, a couple of weeks back, they did come out. The government was not too happy with how strict immigration was being regarding the partnership visa. So we are hoping for some leniency. But yes, out of the two instructions that are living together and genuine relationship, they are really focusing a lot on the living together documents to make sure that the couple that is applying for visa is actually in a genuine relationship, is in a stable relationship, and stability can only be assessed on the basis of how long you've lived together with each other. So while living together is it has become one of the important instructions to be met to be able to get a partnership visas. So there are really no changes, but it's just about the how the instructions are being looked at by the immigration now. So you've stayed for couples who have not stayed together. So if you've not lived together at all, it can be a little tough to go down the partnership visa way. So I would suggest that please get in touch with us so that I can know more about your profile and what exactly happened. When did you get married? There are a lot of details that I would need to know before I can advise you on what category of visa that you can go for, if you can apply for partnership visa or not. But if you're saying that you have not stayed together at all, it could be a problem in applying for a partnership visa because they are expecting the couple to have lived together at least for a few months and have the documents to support that claim. You also asking should we apply for visitor visa first then? Mithun, like I suggested, if you're going for visitor visa general category, you need to be very sure that you're meeting the bona fide requirements as per instruction. If you want to go for visitor visa under partnership, again, the story is going to be about the living together criteria. So please, I would suggest drop us your number so that my team members or I myself can get in touch with you and have this queries sorted out for you. Okay. There do not seem to be any more questions coming in. So the live session is almost going to come to an end. Before that, I'm just going to repeat our contact details for you guys. Uh, you can contact us on our New Zealand toll-free number, which is 0800 Our India toll-free number is 1800 Our New Zealand office, we have a New Zealand office in Hamilton. We are hoping to have two more offices in India, which is one in Mumbai and one in Delhi, hopefully soon. If you want to contact us through email, you can write to us on immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com, or you can write to us on info@ajvglobal.com. So these are our contact details. Please get in touch with us, especially if you're looking or even thinking of going to New Zealand in the upcoming intake, the January, February, March intake. Please get in touch with us right now so that we can get the process started. It is already the colleges are going to go on break on around 20th of December, and we'll be back at work on 6th of January. So that's a huge gap in between. So if you are looking forward to going in the March, February or March intake, please get in touch with us so that we can get your applications in the system in time. Okay, so we have one more question before I log out for the day. It's from Hazel, who says, Habi Shashank Bharti is an AJV client. Want to know how can we prove that we are living together for 4 years when we don't have documents on same address because we don't change the addresses after marriage. So Hazel, it's not really just about you having to change the addresses on your government IDs. I'm assuming you're talking just about your government IDs here, because there are no other or your bank documents, but there could be many other documents that would indicate that you both have been living together for the last 4 years. So this is actually a very detailed conversation that I will not be able to have on a live session with you, but would definitely would want to have off the call. of this live session and on a call, because I would need to know in detail about your relationship and what was your living situation, and I can give you ideas about the kind of documents that you can show, even if you have not changed your addresses or names after marriage in your government IDs. So while even those documents help a lot, but there are definitely many other documents that you can provide. So please leave us. You see that okay, Shashank is an AGV client. I will have my team can get in touch with you, and we can help you out with how you can apply for a partnership visa. And 4 years a lot of time. I'm sure you will come up with some documents there. I've got clients who were only living together for 1 year and told us, ma'am, we don't have any documents. But it was actually about telling them, okay, do you have this, do you have this, do you have this, one by one, and they would say, oh yeah, we've got this. So it's actually it's for us to sit with you and go step by step and see that what all we can get out of get out of it. It's everything's going to be there in your emails, in your contacts, you'll find a lot of documents there. So have a chat with us so that we can help you out in seeing how well we can prepare a file for you for a partnership visa. Okay, so I think that's all for today, and I am going to sign off from this live session. Thank you for all who came today and asked your questions. I hope I have responded to them. I have tried to respond to them as accurately as possible. If I have not responded to your question, I am extremely sorry. Please leave us your number. I will ensure that our team gets in touch with you. If I have not been able to answer your question satisfactorily, please drop me an email. I will do my research at its best and get back to you. So thank you for this. Have a great weekend, and I will see you guys next Friday.